Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video, I'm going to be talking about EA laying off employees after the success of Battlefield 6. This comes from an article from IGN titled EA lays off staff across all Battlefield studios following record-breaking Battlefield 6 launch. So, I'm going to try and summarize this video as best as I can. Basically, EA has laid off an unknown number of individuals from four studios, those being Criterion, DICE, Ripple Effect, and Motif Studios. And the reason for this is just downright disgusting. It is said that the layoffs are taking place as a part of a quote unquote realignment across the Battlefield studios. The article also continues with an EA spokesperson who told IGN, and the quote says, "We've made select changes within our Battlefield organization to better align our teams around what matters most to our community. The Battlefield remains one of our biggest priorities, and we're continuing to invest in the franchise, guided by player feedback and insights from Battlefield Labs." Uh, Needless to say, this is honestly just one of those corporate PR speak that just makes you roll your eyes. It's so sad to see how developers who have made such a successful game just end up with the worst payoff imaginable. To show you how successful this game really is, here are some stats. If you look at the Steam charts for this game, you can see that this game has some pretty mixed reviews, which we will get into later in this video. But if you go onto the Steam charts, you can see that the game is doing pretty well in terms of the number of players, with over 740,000 at an all-time peak. And as I'm recording this video, we have 30,000 players which are playing right now, and with a 24-hour peak of 61,070 players. So if you go over to Games Radar, this is another article explaining just how successful this game is. Where in the first 3 days alone, the game has sold over 7 million units. And then in December, a analysis firm, Alinea, if I pronounce that correctly, estimated that the game had sold over 20 million copies, with a total of 26 million players if you include the free to play, Red Sack Battle Royale. And it gets even better. It was the best selling game last year, beating out the new Call of Duty release for the first time in 23 years that the two military FPS franchises had been going head to head. Now, keep in mind, this game sold for $70 a copy, and if you do the math with 20 million units sold, that's $1.4 billion made, and it could be even more if you factor in all the microtransactions, as Battlefield is a live service game, Battlefield 6. So, with this level of success, you would think that the developers would, at the very least, get compensated for all the hard work and hours that have been poured into making this game, such as getting paid reasonably well. I mean, that's the basic one. But unfortunately, we are in the gaming industry, and with the current trend of it, money matters more than keeping talented developers who know what they are doing. And it's such a shame because the developers serve as the backbone when it comes to the games that they make. Whether you are a VFX artist, a level designer, a game mechanics designer, or a writer, they all contribute into making this game which people are willing to pay for at the end of the day. These employees are also what keeps this game running in a stable state, which, if you go back to why Battlefield 6 is getting mixed reviews, it is, due to heavy monetization, use of generative AI for in game cosmetics, and fewer content updates, as what I'm reading it from this IGN article. So I guess at the end of the day, you need developers to help keep your game alive and running in a stable state. But most importantly, they should be rewarded and respected for the work that they have put in so much. because they could be the individuals who might just make an even better and even more successful game in the future. The fact that the success of a game is based around how much money it has made in the eyes of corporate executives is just deplorable. And honestly, it just makes my blood boil. But yeah, I really just wanted to come on and share my views on this. But that is all I have for this video. If you like this short video that I made, please drop a like and subscribe. We are very close to 30 subscribers. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers this year, so I hope you can drop a subscribe, because it would mean the world to me. And share your thoughts in the comments on what you think about this whole situation about EA laying off the developers. I would like to hear it from you. And yes, thank you for watching, and that is all I have. Goodbye.